Breaking news! Something is happening inside the Ravens locker room, and it's not just about injuries or game plans. It's deeper than that. It's a matter of trust. It's a matter of leadership, and it could shake the very foundation of this team. What's being said behind closed doors? Why are certain decisions causing friction? And is this team on the verge of a major internal change? Stick around, because what we're about to reveal could change the way you view this season. But before we go any further, be sure to like this if you're a true Ravens fan. It's always amazing to see fans of all ages supporting this team. And if you'd like, comment "Go Ravens" to show your support, especially now, when it matters most. So let's get straight to the good stuff. While Jonah Ellis is unfortunately out, the Broncos have a strong backup plan with Q Robinson stepping up and reportedly looking phenomenal in practice. And then, perhaps the biggest boost, Malcolm Roach is expected to return, and just in time. With the Jets leaning heavily on their run game behind Breece Hall, having Roach back in the middle is a massive win for this defensive unit. This wasn't just a random move. It turns out Ben Powers hadn't been placed on IR because the staff was waiting to activate Roach first. A calculated decision that shows exactly how detail-oriented this coaching staff is. Speaking of details, Sean Payton continues to prove why he's one of the best in the business. He's got players wearing sleep monitors, performance trackers, and using cutting-edge data systems, including a recent hire from Amazon Web Services who literally won a tech competition. This stuff isn't just for show. It's why the Broncos currently have one of the shortest injury reports in the entire league, a clear reflection of Payton's meticulous preparation and the culture he's creating. Now, looking at the Jets side, they're limping into this game. Michael Carter, their primary slot receiver, is out, and Allen Lazard won't be suiting up either. That's huge considering the Jets were already struggling to defend against slot receivers and tight ends. That opens the door wide for Evan Ingram and rookie wideout Pat Bryant to make some noise. Bryant, by the way, has quietly seen a ton of snaps, 23 receiving snaps against Philly alone, and Payton values him as both a blocker and a pass-catching threat. Don't be surprised if Bryant becomes one of the game's X factors. The game being in London adds another layer of intrigue. This kind of environment can throw teams off, but not Sean Payton. This man has been to London before, even coached there early in his career. He's already anticipated the chaos and set traps, literally. He put actual mousetraps around the team hotel to remind players not to fall for the trap of underestimating an 0-5 Jets team. You can't make this stuff up. Payton's obsession with preparation might seem quirky, but it's paying off big time. Let's talk Bo Nix. He's protecting the football, making smart reads, and most importantly, not giving the defense anything easy. The Jets still haven't recorded a single turnover all season. If Nix stays clean and the offense keeps humming, this game could be wrapped up by the third quarter. But don't expect the Jets to go down quietly. With their rookie head coach still hunting for his first win, they're likely to throw out every trick in the book, fake punts, flea flickers, you name it. Still, with our improved secondary and the way guys like Jade Barron are stepping up, especially in tight end coverage, Denver's defense is more than ready. We're also seeing a shift in how Payton is managing his rookies. After a slower start, it looks like this might be their breakout game. Don't forget last season, guys like Troy Franklin didn't even suit up until week 3, and now he's a major contributor. Jeremy Crenshaw, our Australian punter, is quietly ranked second in the league for pinning opponents inside the 20. These small wins are adding up. And speaking of the AFC West, the Chargers are falling apart. They're dealing with brutal injuries across the board. Najee Harris is out for the year. Marion Hampton is on IR. Both starting tackles are out, and they've got guys with clubbed hands trying to block. They're heading to Miami, and that's a recipe for disaster. If they lose, and the Broncos take care of business in London, Denver could be in sole possession of first place in the division. 4 of the next 5 games are at Mile High. The schedule is breaking perfectly for a run, and this team is peaking at the right time. Looking ahead to next week's matchup against the Giants, things just got a lot more dramatic. The Giants are coming off a stunning win over the Eagles, but there's controversy swirling around quarterback Jackson Dart. There's now an official NFLPA investigation into whether the Giants tried to bypass concussion protocols after he took a hit and was pulled for evaluation. Depending on how that shakes out, Dart could miss time, or at the very least, be under heavy scrutiny. And a rookie quarterback coming into Denver? Sean Payton and Vance Joseph will have a field day with that. And if we're being honest, this feels like a moment. Not just another game week. This is the kind of stretch that defines seasons. Sean Payton knows it, the players know it, and now the fans are starting to feel it. The Broncos are staring down a very real chance to not only take control of the AFC West, but to remind the rest of the league that Denver is no longer a team to be taken lightly. Let's break this down further. The balance of the roster is starting to show in big ways. On offense, J.K. Dobbins continues to be the centerpiece. His vision, burst, and toughness have transformed this unit into something much more than we saw last year. And yet, Peyton isn't overusing him. He's being smart, methodical. There's a clear push to get R.J. Harvey more touches, and this matchup against the Jets, with their weak run defense, is the perfect opportunity. Rest Dobbins, get Harvey in rhythm, and keep the lead back fresh for what we hope will be a playoff run. That's the kind of long-term thinking we just haven't seen around here for years. Then there's the rookie wave. It's starting to crest. Early season patience is turning into real production. Troy Franklin has already proven to be reliable. Pat Bryant is breaking out. And then there's Devin, showing flashes that remind us of last year's incredible rookie class. This is what great organizations do. They don't just draft talent. They develop it, slowly, methodically, until it's ready to hit. We're watching that unfold again this year, and the timing couldn't be better. On the other side of the ball, it's all about role clarity and tactical discipline. Jade Barron stepping into the Dre Greenlaw role has been seamless. Whether it's covering tight ends, shutting down the flat, or making pre-snap reads, Barron is making impact plays every time he's on the field. That's a huge development because it stabilizes the middle of the field, an area that's been a vulnerability in years past. And we can't ignore the psychological warfare Peyton's waging either. From the mousetraps in the team hotel to the meticulous travel planning for London, nothing is left to chance. He's been here before. The Broncos aren't just playing football anymore, they're executing a plan, down to the smallest detail, and players are buying in. Now, let's zoom out to the rest of the division. The Raiders? Imploding. Max Crosby might be on the trade block. That's not just smoke, there are real signals coming out of Vegas that the wheels are falling off. The locker room is reportedly tense. The coaching staff is already facing internal pressure. It's the kind of organizational chaos that builds week by week until it collapses. And that collapse could come right when the Broncos host them at Mile High on Thursday Night Football. Prime time, national audience, the kind of game where you plant your flag. The Chargers, already on life support. No running backs, no tackles, an offense missing its rhythm. They're flying across the country to face a Miami team desperate for redemption. The heat will be brutal. The injuries are stacking up. The pressure is mounting. And Denver is right there, ready to leapfrog them in the standings. Kansas City? They're the Chiefs. We know they'll make their push eventually. But right now, they're not in playoff position. And the Broncos get to face them soon, with the home crowd roaring and altitude on their side. Every great run has that one signature game that changes the narrative. That game is coming. Let's not forget the long view either. The next true playoff caliber opponent the Broncos face isn't until December 14th against the Packers. That's a long runway to stack wins, build confidence, and sharpen the identity of this team. It's the exact scenario you dream of when you rebuild, a manageable midseason schedule, young players stepping up, veterans staying healthy, and a head coach who's been to the mountaintop. The investigation into the Giants over the Jackson Dart situation only adds more chaos to what should already be a favorable matchup next week. Whether Dart plays or not, the controversy alone is a distraction for New York. And if he does play, Peyton and Vance Joseph are going to throw the playbook at him. Dart has never seen a defense like this. He's never played in altitude. He's never had a stadium like Mile High roaring in his ears. That's going to be a long, long day for a rookie QB. And then, to top it all off, Bo Nix is about to become a father. His wife just announced they're expecting. That's the kind of life moment that puts things into perspective for a young QB. Nix already plays with poise.